Hello there, everybody. This is John Gashtaria, and welcome to the more episodes of the crossover battles. Today, we're looking out for the next episodes that we have the two countries that they were actually became the empire and across the world. And we're taking a look at from 395 to 1453 Byzantine Empire, referred also known as this is also known the Eastern Rome versus the 1721 to 1917. The monarchy in the entire world of largest country on earth is the Russian Empire. So let's start off to the Byzantine Empire, which made in 395, which became the most entire largest empire in the entire world, which that was actually much existed in the 5th century AD. However, for most of the countries that ever look like for most, which to be one larger across the world, which conquered the entire Anatolia, Crimea, Middle East, and North Africa, and other territories, whatever to be conquered. But it's not much territory to be used, and it's all to be nations of all time, how we're being born. Its history believes that it's absolutely where the Athenian Calidans, including the Athenian historian Lynicus in the mid 15th century, and they were first to use determine their way and come from the Byzantium. And the Byzantines' capital was usually to be considered as a Constantinople, well, what is now modern day Istanbul, which is fell in 1453. And however, for most of all time, to the Byzantine Empire's famous church, usually the Hagia Sophia, but then converted into a mosque. And once again, the Byzantine Empire fell into the Ottomans. It could lose more battles after winning the other battles, which making the other crusaders to battle up, including the sack of Constantinople, before that just quickly knocked off by the Latin Empire before it fell down. Once again, Constantinople also failed for much of it, including its other Anatolian neighbors, Morea and Trebizond. Even because of the Nika riots, which they failed to overthrow their own Byzantine emperor, Justinian I, in which he, before the Hagia Sophia quickly collapsed itself, too much to rebuild, and building multiple times, including the general of Byzantine Empire and also the last emperor, which his reign started from 1449, and 4 years later he was killed in action, marking the end of him and his country. Before that became a rebirth of the Ottoman Empire, since that and changing to a name into Istanbul. Russian Empire was founded in 1721, which is a very largest nation imperial empire across the entire country, but the entire world between Europe, Asia, and North America, and that's sometimes for entire countries to be dealing with, which was founded by the first emperor of Russia, Peter the Great, which he rose to his power from the reign from 1721, before quickly died in 1725, which he was officially to be succeed the other imperial monarchs in the entire world. In most of the entire convertible countries, which Russia is much very rich before entire multiple times to battle off, before the Battle of Narva was basically not too much to deal with, when Sweden intentionally defeated the Russian forces, but then yet for establishment to be carved up enough to deal. And however, that was even more for other wars to be looked like, such as the Patriotic War of 1812, when Napoleon failed to invade Russia, as Moscow has went on fire because it's already got too much left enough to deal. But once again, in the Battle of Borodino, where their own general, the Knyaz Peter Bagration, who was injured in the battle, where he tried to advance his own imperial soldiers. And most of the cause of the war did not come out too much yet, because it's still not out to its own country nations for a little bit into an instinct. Once in once the Russians successfully defeated the Ottomans due to 1828 before 8 until 1877, which Russia won multiple times by beating the Ottoman Turks, which Russia intentionally annexed the Caucasus, such as the Battle of Akaglitze, when the Ottomans tried to defend their own fortress to be dealt with. And Russia's worst things that was already committed something, the Circassian genocide, which started in 1864 by causing it more times than the trouble. However, this became a real domestic as entire Circassian civilians flee and through the land of Egypt, which they were kind to be dealt with. And I decided to keep it this once ago. I'm sorry, I decided to let the cat meow anyway. For some reasons to you people, that would be inferable necessary for Imperial Russia to be dealt with. And even the Russian Empire's military is not much stronger enough, which it quickly lost to the Japanese, and its own city of Port Arthur was seized. And however, for most of all time, to be the dealing with. And even in World War One, Russia tried to defend its other territories before quickly fell into a communist revolution in 1917, when Lenin has now brought his rebellion and his plans to better to deal something. Peace, bread, and land, which means that people who were sick of the war, and they could, including the hunger, which people were trying to have their bread, and land that has needs the entire territories. Before the Russian Civil War was successful for the Bolsheviks, before Vladimir Lenin, who established Soviet Union in 1922. And now the war starts for them together between Byzantium and Imperial Russia, and this will be a real war to discuss too much. And the winner is going to be Russian Empire. Well, the Russian Empire is much to become the stronger imperial nation of the entire world, which is a famous empire across the world, like Swedish Empire, Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, the Qajar Iran, Ottoman Empire, and the Jing Empire, and also concludes the other familiar countries. The Russian Empire's allies was usually the Britain, Serbia, France, and including the France, Belgium, Netherlands, and of course the United States, which they were officially to be friends about it. All alliances were never made for some reasons to be dealt with. But Byzantium also has a lots of allies, but I still don't know what kind of countries have they named during the medieval times, for most of all times to be dealing with. And so, that was pretty much it to deal. I hope you guys should join for the next episodes of the crossover battles. Please leave a like and subscribe. Turn your notifications on, and I hope you like to see more. And I hope it will be not enough for me for the next crossover battles, because I want to see anything what you guys you ever wanted. And I'll see you guys next time in the crossover battles. Until then, don't forget to click the bell, notification on, click the bell, like, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. And I want to subscribe to you too. But don't forget to subscribe, and farewell.